Hi, it's John Vu, and this lesson is on 16th note triplets. So triplets are a group of 3 notes played in the same amount of time as 2 non-triplet notes of the same time value. So when we play 16th note triplets, we play 3 16th notes in the same amount of time as 2 16th notes. So if we take a beat of simple time that's a quarter note in length, if we play a quarter note on the downbeat, it's going to last the entire beat. We can then split the beat into 2 halves, and we can play an 8th note on the downbeat, which is the start of the count, and an 8th note on the upbeat, the midpoint of the count, which we call the and. We can then take that first 8th note, so that first half of the beat, and we can split it in 2 again to play 2 16th notes on the downbeat. So that 8th note on the downbeat takes up the same amount of time as 2 16th notes. So when we play 2 16th notes on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat, we've got the rhythm 1E and. Okay, so we hit the downbeat with the first 16th note, the quarter point of the beat with the second 16th note, and then the midpoint of the beat with the 8th note. So that rhythm against the pulse, we count 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. So on the pad with the sticking right, left, right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. Okay, so those 2 16th notes on the downbeat are taking up half of the beat. Okay, so that's 2 16th notes there. So if we want to play 16th note triplets, what we need to do is we need to play 3 16th notes in the same amount of time. Okay, so we need to play 3 16th notes in half a beat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to replace those 2 16th notes on the downbeat with 3 16th note triplets on the downbeat. Okay, and we're going to keep that 8th note on the upbeat, which is playing that midpoint of the count. So we need to fit all 3 of those 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat. And the 3 notes need to be evenly spaced. Okay, so we're playing the downbeat, which is the start of the beat. Then we're playing a 1/6 of the way through the beat. And then we're playing a 1/3 of the way through the beat. Okay, so that's the 3 16th note triplets. Then obviously we've got the 8th note playing halfway through the beat. Now the 16th note triplets are beamed with 2 beams. So they're beamed together with 2 beams, just like normal 16th notes. But to differentiate triplets from non-triplet notes, we have a number 3 above the middle note of the 3 triplet notes if the stems are pointing upwards, and below the middle note of the 3 triplet notes if the stems are pointing downwards. Okay, so we can clearly see that they're triplets. Right, so we need to play 3 evenly spaced notes in the first half of the beat, and then we've got the 8th note at the start of the second half of the beat. Okay, so you need to make sure you finish on that and, the midpoint of the beat. Okay, now triplets, they sort of come with feel. So the more you play triplets, the more you'll feel the rhythm. Okay, so that's what you need to do initially. You need to kind of use trial and error, okay, and just practice the rhythm, and you'll find that evenness, okay, and obviously playing the notes in the right place. Okay, it just comes with practice and time. But a good way to get it, first of all, is to play 8th notes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play 8th notes just with the right hand. So we're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're going to play 2 16th notes on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat. So that'd be right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. And then we're going to play 16th note triplets on the downbeat and the 8th note on the upbeat, and we're going to play right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. And that way the right hand is just playing the same 8th note rhythm for all 3 rhythms. Okay, so that right hand won't change, it'll just be evenly spaced, and that way you'll know the rhythm's correct. Okay, well, you'll know it's more than likely correct if you're keeping that right hand just playing constant 8th notes. So we're going to play a bar of 8th notes just with the right hand. Then we're going to play a bar of 16th notes on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat. So that'd be right, left, right. And then a bar of 16th note triplets on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat. So that'd be right, left, left, right. Okay, so the right hand doesn't change rhythm. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 Okay, so you see that right hand playing constant rhythms? So we'll try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you hear that 16th note triplet rhythm. It's got a nice, even, flowing sound to it, okay? So it's a really nice subdivision. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to play the 16th note triplets on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat, just so you can really hear the rhythm. And like I said, the more you hear it, the more you play it, the quicker you'll feel it, okay? So you just need to keep repeating it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so make sure those 16th note triplets are evenly spaced. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. And in terms of counting this rhythm, we count the 3 16th note triplets, 1 triplet, and the 8th note as the midpoint of the beat. So we got 1 triplet and, 2 triplet and, 3 triplet and, 4 triplet and. Or we can count the 3 16th note triplets, 1 and the 8th note as the and again, the midpoint of the beat. So we got 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Okay, so remember we use and because they're easy to say. So when we count, it just flows, okay? It just rolls off the tongue. So remember, there's no set way to count triplets. You just need to pick the way that's most comfortable for you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to play the same rhythm, so 3 16th note triplets on the downbeat and an 8th note on the upbeat, but we're just going to change the sticking pattern to play single strokes, so just right, left. Okay, so we got right, right for the 16th note triplets, and then left for the 8th note. Okay, and remember, if you're a left lead player, you just switch the sticking around. Okay, so let's try the same rhythm now in single strokes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just make sure again you're finishing on that midpoint of the beat with that 8th note, okay? 3 evenly spaced 16th note triplets and then the 8th note on the midpoint of the beat. Okay, so make sure you're comfortable playing this rhythm in both sticking patterns. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep the 16th note triplets on the downbeat, but now we're going to rest on the upbeat, okay? So we're going to have an 8th note rest on that midpoint of the beat, the and. Okay, so we got a 1 triplet rest, 2 triplet rest, 3 triplet rest, 4 triplet rest. Okay, so if you try it with the first sticking pattern where you're playing the 16th note triplets right, left. Okay, and again, just make sure that rest is right in the midpoint of the beat. Okay, so we've got 3 evenly spaced notes in the first half of the beat. So on the pad against the pulse, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then trying the other sticking pattern. So we play single strokes on the 16th note triplets. So we got right, right, and then again resting on that upbeat, the midpoint of the beat, the and. So same rhythm, just different sticking pattern. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16th note triplets on the downbeat. So now let's look at 16th note triplets on the upbeat. So if we go back to our 2 8th notes in the beat, so we've got an 8th note on the downbeat, an 8th note on the upbeat, that midpoint of the beat, the and. We can replace that 8th note on the and with 2 16th notes. Okay, so we've got the rhythm 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So that's 16th notes on the upbeat. So on the pad, that'll sound like this. Okay, so we got 2 16th notes in the second half of the beat this time. So if we want to make them 16th note triplets, we need to play 3 notes in that second half of the beat, 3 16th notes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a bar of 8th notes with just the right hand again. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then a bar playing 16th notes on the upbeat, so keeping that 8th note on the downbeat. So then we're going to have right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So the right hand still playing constant 8th notes. Okay, and in the third bar, we're going to make that second half of the beat 16th note triplets. Right hand still going to play constant 8th notes, and now it's going to be right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay, so a bar of 8th notes, a bar of an 8th note on the downbeat, 16th notes on the upbeat, and a bar of an 8th note on the downbeat, 16th note triplets on the upbeat. Okay, right hand playing constant 8th notes for all 3 rhythms. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you hear that rhythm, that last rhythm where you're playing those 16th note triplets on the upbeat. Okay, so we just play that one now. So just that one rhythm. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so we're playing those 3 16th note triplets in the space of 2 16th notes. So half of a beat, but this time we're in the second half of the beat. Okay, so if we try the single stroke sticking pattern, so we're going to play a right hand for the 8th note on the downbeat, and then we're going to play left, right, left for the 16th note triplets on the upbeat. Okay, so we got right, left, 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 right, left. Okay, so we'll try that same rhythm, just a different sticking pattern on the pad. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we play 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat, we play the first 16th note triplet on the and, the midpoint of the beat, the second 16th note triplet 2/3 of the way through the beat, and then the third 16th note triplet 5/6 of the way through the beat. Okay, and the way we count this rhythm, so we got 2 8th notes playing the downbeat, which would be the number, and the midpoint, the upbeat, which would be the and. So we're starting those 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat. So we're starting on the and, okay, so we're replacing that 8th note on the and with 3 16th note triplets. Okay, so we're playing the and then we can count triplet for the other 2 triplet notes. So we can count this rhythm 1 and triplet 2 and triplet 3 and triplet 4 and triplet. Okay, because we're hitting that and, we count and then triplet, okay, because we're playing triplets. Or you can count those triplets and a. So we got 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Okay, so remember it's up to you how you count triplets. There's no set way. All right, so that's the second rhythm where we're playing 16th note triplets on the upbeat. And now what we're going to do is we're going to rest on the downbeat. So we're going to have an 8th note rest on the downbeat, and we're going to keep those 16th note triplets on the upbeat. Okay, so we just got 16th note triplets in the beat now. So we got rest and triplet rest and triplet rest and triplet rest and triplet. Or rest and the rest and the rest and the rest and the. So make sure you're still starting those triplets, those 16th note triplets at the midpoint of the beat. Okay, so playing that rhythm with the first sticking pattern when we play right, left, left on the 16th note triplets, we'll have rest, right, left, left, rest, right, left, left, rest, right, left, left, rest, right, left, left. So on the pad we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then trying the other sticking pattern where we play single strokes, starting with the left hand. So we've got left, right, left. So we're starting with that left hand because it's on the upbeat. Okay, so we've got left, right, left. So we've got rest, left, right, left, rest, left, right, left, rest, left, right, left, rest, left, right, left. Okay, so on the pad we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16th note triplets on the upbeat, and now we're going to look at 16th note triplets on both the downbeat and the upbeat. So we have two eighth notes that split the beat into two halves. So we've got an eighth note on the downbeat and an eighth note on the upbeat, the midpoint of the beat, the and. We can play two 16th notes in the same amount of space as one eighth note. So we can replace that eighth note on the downbeat with two 16th notes, and we can also replace the eighth note on the upbeat with two 16th notes. And we know 16th note triplets are three 16th notes in the space of two. So we can play three 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat and three 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat. Okay, so we've got 16th note triplets on the downbeat and the upbeat. Okay, so when we notate this rhythm, what we do is instead of using two beams all the way through the beat where we're connecting all six 16th note triplets, what we do is we have two beams connecting the first three 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat and two beams connecting the three 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat, and we just leave one beam connecting the two halves of the beat so we can clearly see the two sets of 16th note triplets. Okay, so we got 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat, 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat. Okay, so in terms of counting this rhythm, we've got one triplet for the first three 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat, and triplet for the 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat. So we got one triplet and triplet, two triplet and triplet, three triplet and triplet, four triplet and triplet. Okay, or if you prefer to count and we got one ender and ender, two ender and ender, three ender and ender, four ender and ender. So when we play 16th note triplets in both the first half and second half of the beat, we play the first 16th note triplet on the downbeat, the second 16th note triplet a sixth of the way through the beat, the third 16th note triplet a third of the way through the beat, and then we got the second set of 16th note triplets starting on the and, the midpoint of the beat. Then the next 16th note triplet is 2/3 of the way through the beat, and then the last 16th note triplet is 5/6 of the way through the beat. Okay, so playing that rhythm on the pad, what we're going to do is, again, we're going to play constant eighth notes with the right hand, and we're going to fill in with the left hand to play 16th note triplets. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then playing the same rhythm in single strokes. So now you've got right, left, right for the 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat, so the 16th note triplets on the downbeat. And we got left, right, left for the 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat, the 16th note triplets on the upbeat. Okay, so we're just playing single strokes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16th note triplets is when we play 3 16th notes in the same amount of time as 2 16th notes. And in simple time, where the beat is a quarter note in length, we can play 2 16th notes in half a beat. So when we play 16th note triplets, we play 3 evenly spaced 16th notes in half a beat. If we play those 3 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat, starting on the downbeat, we call that rhythm 16th note triplets on the downbeat. And if we play 3 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat, starting on the upbeat, we call that rhythm 16th note triplets on the upbeat. And if we play 3 16th note triplets in the first half of the beat and another 3 16th note triplets in the second half of the beat, we've got 3 16th note triplets starting on the downbeat and another 3 16th note triplets starting on the upbeat. So we call that rhythm 16th note triplets on both the downbeat and the upbeat.